Hey y'all, I'm Chef Corey Barr, and today we're talking food. So today one of the things we're going to talk about, and one of the questions I get asked the most, is how to cook a steak not on the grill. And my answer for that is always one of these, a great cast iron skillet. You start cooking a great steak by buying great meat. There's no substitute for buying high quality beef. These are two cuts that we offer at Paris Restaurant. This one is from Rains Farm. It's a Wagyu New York strip, and this is a Master Kobe A9 sirloin cap. The cooking of these steaks has to be quick and hot. Another no-no, don't apply oil at this point. You just want the meat the way it is. We have some kosher salt. I prefer Diamond kosher salt. We're gonna go from about a foot above the meat in a circular motion, all sides, pat as you go. Here we go. What we didn't apply at this point is pepper, because pepper burns and it gives off an acrid flavor. We want these steaks to be delicious, so just salt for right now. We have our cast iron skillet on the heat. We gotta make sure it gets super hot before we put a piece of meat in there. We wanna immediately start caramelizing this beef. We're gonna add a little bit of oil. You want to press that down in the skillet, make sure you're making good contact. And then the hardest part for most people is to leave it alone. Like I said, you want to not flip them right now while you're building that crust, but you do want to move them around to make sure there's oil that's getting underneath the steak, so you're getting that heat transfer into the meat. Just gonna take a peek. Oh yeah, that's looking great. So at this point, I'm gonna flip these steaks. Look at that brown crust. That's exactly what we're looking for. That heat has caused the steak to caramelize, and that's forming flavor right there. One of the things I love to do, adding more flavor, pods of garlic. Thyme into the skillet. That's awesome. And then a healthy amount of really good butter. We're gonna baste these steaks just like that. Just give them a nice butter, garlic, thyme bath. We're gonna go into a 350-degree oven for about 5 minutes to get medium rare. Steaks have been in about 5 minutes. The next important, really important process with these steaks is to flip them over and then rest them on a baking rack like that. Our steaks have been resting about 5 minutes. Redistributing those juices. So we're gonna slice them up and just present them very simply. So we're gonna cut our steaks now. It's a perfect medium rare sear. As you notice, there's not juice running everywhere. That's because we rested our steak properly. As y'all remember, we did not put pepper on the steak because it would burn. So we're gonna finish with a little bit of pepper. Always a pinch of salt. That roasted garlic, as you can see right now, this is great. A little bit of garlic oil on there. And look at that. That's like its own sauce right there. And then one of our favorite ways that I think really highlight the meat, and one of my favorite ways, is with just a little salsa verde. So just a little drizzle, and a little more because it's delicious. And that's how we cook a steak. Hey, if you want to cook this recipe for yourself, go to KNOE.com and click on Talking Food.